Welcome back to Car Flash Drive, the channel where we dive deep into the world's most exciting cars and take you closer to the details that matter. Today we've got something really special, something that embodies French passion, lightweight engineering, and an unmistakable design philosophy. We're talking about the brand new 2026 Alpine A110. This car has been the face of modern Alpine since its revival, and the 2026 update takes things further with refined styling, a more sophisticated interior, a sharper driving experience, and technology that keeps it competitive while still staying true to its purest sports car roots. So let's buckle in and walk around the Alpine A110 in detail, taking a closer look at what makes it so captivating. From the very first glance, the Alpine A110's design language sets it apart from other sports cars. The French approach here isn't about being loud or aggressive just for the sake of attention. Instead, Alpine has leaned into heritage-inspired styling and flowing proportions. The front end is beautifully sculpted, with those signature quad-round headlights that echo the original A110 rally legend from the 1960s and 70s. The updated 2026 version now integrates slimmer LED technology, giving it a sharper, more modern character while keeping that instantly recognizable Alpine face. The front bumper has been reshaped slightly, with larger air intakes that not only enhance cooling but also emphasize a wider stance. Alpine has clearly focused on balance, elegance with performance cues, rather than leaning too far into a hyper-aggressive aesthetic. Moving to the side profile, you can really appreciate the A110's proportions. It's compact, low-slung, and lightweight looking even at a standstill. Unlike so many sports cars that have grown bigger and bulkier with every generation, Alpine has preserved the A110's petite footprint, making it look nimble and agile. The sweeping roofline flows seamlessly into the rear deck, and the side sculpting adds just enough muscle over the rear haunches to remind you this car is rear-wheel drive and built for driving enjoyment. For 2026, new wheel designs are available, ranging from 18 to 19 inches, with intricate lightweight alloys that reduce unsprung mass while also looking the part. The side mirrors have been refined aerodynamically, and subtle use of gloss black or carbon fiber trim around the windows and air intakes gives it a modern premium feel. It's a car that doesn't scream at you, it whispers confidence with its proportions. Now at the rear, the Alpine A110 really comes alive. The taillights are slim and futuristic, using full-width LED signatures that give it presence at night. The Alpine lettering spreads across the tailgate, reminding you that this is a boutique brand, not a mass-market badge. The rear bumper integrates a redesigned diffuser for 2026, helping channel airflow more effectively while also giving a more athletic visual punch. Depending on the trim, you can get either dual central exhaust outlets or a sportier setup with larger tips finished in black chrome. The rear deck lid is short, almost delicate compared to big mid-engine rivals, and that's because the A110 has been engineered with a true dedication to weight savings. You won't find any massive wings or fake vents here. It's clean, authentic, and tightly tailored like a bespoke suit. Stepping inside the cabin, the Alpine A110 continues its philosophy of driver focus combined with lightweight elegance. Opening the door, you immediately notice how low you sit in the car, a driving position that reminds you this isn't just a stylish coupe, it's engineered for connection to the road. The 2026 model brings several interior updates that make it feel more modern and luxurious without adding unnecessary bulk. The seats are sculpted bucket designs, available in Alcantara, Napa leather, or a mix of both, with contrasting stitching that pays tribute to French craftsmanship. They are snug, supportive, and yet surprisingly comfortable even on longer drives. The driving ergonomics are spot on. The steering wheel is compact and trimmed in leather or Alcantara depending on spec, and behind it you find a fully digital instrument cluster that has been reworked for 2026 to deliver crisper graphics, more customization options, and a dedicated performance mode with lap timers, G-force readouts, and shift lights. The center console is minimalist but stylish. A floating touchscreen sits neatly above, running Alpine's latest infotainment system based on Google integration, meaning you get built-in maps, assistant, and seamless smartphone connectivity. It's faster, smoother, and more intuitive than the outgoing version, making the Alpine feel far more up-to-date for daily use. Below that, physical toggle switches add a tactile quality, and the exposed structural elements remind you that weight saving is always a consideration. Even the door straps, depending on the version you choose, can be lightweight fabric pulls rather than conventional handles, a nod to Alpine's motorsport-inspired DNA. Practicality isn't ignored entirely either. While the A110 isn't designed to be a family hauler, it does offer two luggage compartments, one in the front and one in the rear, giving you just enough space for a weekend getaway. That makes it more usable than some competitors, and paired with comfortable seating, it bridges the gap between sports car thrills and everyday livability. Of course, no review of the Alpine A110 is complete without talking about performance, because that's really where this car shines. The 2026 model continues to use a turbocharged 1.8-liter four-cylinder engine, but now with revisions to its turbocharging system, cooling, and exhaust, depending on the version you select. Power outputs range from around 300 horsepower in the standard version to well over 350 horsepower in the more focused A110S or special editions. Thanks to its lightweight construction, tipping the scales at just over 1,100 kilograms, the A110 achieves remarkable performance numbers that feel more vivid than cars with much higher horsepower figures. 0 to 60 miles per hour comes in as little as 4.0 seconds. But it's not about straight-line speed. The A110 is about agility, balance, and feedback. The chassis is where Alpine has poured its soul. Double wishbone suspension at all four corners ensures razor-sharp handling, and the 2026 revisions have fine-tuned spring and damper rates to provide an even better blend of comfort and control. The steering is electrically assisted, but it's among the best-tuned systems out there, giving you clear communication about what the front wheels are doing. And because the car is light, the brakes don't just stop you effectively, they give you confidence lap after lap, with options for upgraded performance rotors and calipers. Whether you're carving up mountain roads, enjoying a track day, or just cruising through city streets, the A110 feels alive beneath you in a way that's rare in modern cars. Alpine has also focused on making the exhaust note richer for 2026. The four-cylinder turbo may not have the natural symphony of a big V6 or V8, but Alpine engineers have tuned it to deliver pops, crackles, and a raspy mid-range that adds to the drama without being artificially overdone. It's a car that's rewarding to drive hard, but also refined enough to enjoy on longer journeys without fatigue. When it comes to pricing, the 2026 Alpine A110 remains a strong value proposition in the sports car world. In Europe, the base version starts around €65,000. With higher trims such as the A110 GT and A110S climbing closer to €80,000 or even €90,000 depending on options and special packages. That puts it in competition with cars like the Porsche Cayman, Audi TT-RS, and even the Lotus Emira. But Alpine's ace card is its lightweight philosophy and exclusivity. You don't see an A110 on every street corner, and for enthusiasts who want something rare, beautifully balanced, and tied to a rich motorsport history, that price tag feels justified. So where does this leave us with the 2026 Alpine A110? It's a car that refuses to compromise its identity. In a world where so many sports cars are becoming bigger, heavier, and packed with unnecessary tech, the Alpine A110 stays true to its roots: light, agile, elegant, and immensely fun to drive. The updates for 2026: a sharper styling, a more luxurious and tech-savvy interior, refined performance, and enhanced everyday usability make it not just a niche enthusiast's choice but a serious alternative in the broader sports car market. It embodies French artistry and engineering in a way that few other cars do. And it reminds us that driving pleasure doesn't have to be about brute force horsepower, it can be about delicacy, precision, and connection. That's the 2026 Alpine A110 in all its glory. If you enjoyed this in-depth review, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to Car Flash Drive, and ring that bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. We've got more exciting reviews and comparisons on the way, and you won't want to miss them. Until next time, drive safe, drive smart, and keep your passion for cars alive. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.